天使悪魔
誰この鎖を外して
Angel baddie waifu? Yeah, your boy, I'm in. Let's go. Okay, let's be for real though. Why does nobody remember me in this world? Obviously, the answer to that question is alternate reality. That has to be the thing. But, you know, really, it's like, is it any good? You know, should you watch it type deal? Here's the thing with this, with episode 1. One of my big beliefs is in episode 1, a studio should show like all of its range in episode 1. Reason being is anime outside of the West, like in Japan, it still airs on TV. So when you have a show that is airing its episode 1, it needs to kind of like really like grab its viewers because it's asking them to return at a specific time every single week, just like we used to before the internet days, right? Like that before the streaming days, like that's how you used to do it. You want to watch Gundam? Well, you better watch Gundam before Dragon Ball Z airs on Toonami at 7:30 or 6:30 or whatever it was. And then you get to watch Dragon Ball. Then you get to watch Yu Yu Hakusho. So it's like, if you want to come watch it, you better be there at that time. So that's basically what ends up happening with a lot of these shows is episode 1 really needs to come grab us. And the way it does it is A, it piques your interest, or B, it piques your curiosity. And that's where I think this specific show really thrives in is the curiosity. It bears fruit of a lot of questions. You know, what happened to Kai? Why is things digitalized? Did he go into an alternate reality? Did he go into the future, past, a different world? The system, there's a system of some sort. The system says the world's being reborn, but it doesn't sound like the world was reborn. It sounds like he just got beamed into an alternate reality. So what happened to his reality? Is it just non-existent anymore? And it reformed the world, so it didn't I guess you could say rebuilt. You know, I guess that is still rebuilding, reforming, rebuilding. I guess that is the same definition. So did it rebuild his world into what it is now? And if that's the case, why did it rebuild it into devastation? Does it preference one race over the other? Because in his world, the humans had won essentially because of their hero Sid. So does the system want to abolish that? But then it sounds like here the demons won. So like, okay, what's the deal there? Then he ends up finding Sid's sword. So does that mean that in a sense he's becoming the new Sid? So he's going to be the savior of mankind? But it wasn't actually a sword. It was more of a key. And that key led him into a big baddie angel devil waifu. And it's like, okay, well, what's her deal? And why is she chained up? She was obviously a big threat to somebody. So it really just bred a lot of these different questions. The girl who obviously was in love with him in his prior life, I think her name was Jean. I think her name was Jean. Maybe it was Leanne. But I think it was Jean. In this world, she's pretending to be a man. And that's a whole thing, right? And in her past life, she was like, I want to surpass, I think it was her dad. And she's like, I want to surpass my dad by being a woman kind of thing. It's like, okay, that's a huge commendable goal. It makes sense, right? And it looks like in his past world, she was fast tracking to do it. But in this world, it seems like she decided to, pull a Mulan type deal and, represent herself as a man, so that she could, move in the right direction. But in this world, it seems like she's not big boss kind of thing. So it's like, but she is called Lord Jean or Lord whatever. So again, I think what this episode really nailed was the curiosity bit. And it also has some pretty nice art. I like you can always kind of tell when the show really cares about the art. When you have, and it's just honest, I'm going to say something, but it's just true. When you have really complex female models. And what I mean by that is like, you could tell that the artists really care. Like the male models, it's one of those things to where they look like they always tend to look, but here you can tell like they have like when they show Jean or whatever initially when they were shopping, they have like a certain blush and a certain hue to like her cheeks and her lips, and it's just really, really well done. And then when they showed the angel waifu at the end, same thing, like the blush, the tears going down, like just the facial features are really well done. And that's kind of when you know, like, you know, pencil to pad or digital pen to tablet, whatever they do nowadays. It's like you could tell that they're putting that little extra sauce on the art, and I think they're really nailing it. So I really like the art too. So overall, call me curious, call me piqued. My interest is piqued. I think I want to come back for another episode. I do think this is definitely one of those ones that I can't definitively, and I like to kind of hearken myself and say most anime if you give every, you know, if you give 100 anime a shot, 95 of them you can decide episode 1 if you want to watch or not. There's like 5, like that 1% left that like, okay, I need to see a little bit more. And most of the time, you know, that's the case. This is definitely one of those 5, you know, 1 to 5%ers where we need to see a little more. And I think we need to see an episode 2 and an episode 3. But, you know, hey, if you were to decide right now, should you watch it or not, is your curiosity piqued? Like, are you wondering, like, I want to know more about the angel baddie. I want to know more about why he got digitized. I want to know more about why this world got rebuilt this way. I want to know more about X, Y, Z, Z, whatever. I want to know more. If that's you, I think that we return next week and we watch again. If you're like, I didn't really care about whatever's going on, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, it kind of seems like a silly premise. If you have any of those type thoughts, and those could be very broad, I don't think the show's for you. I think that is also okay. I don't think episode 1 was strong enough to persuade somebody who's like, what it presented is not good enough. I don't think it's strong enough to pull those in. So I think maybe 1 or 2 paths, skip it, or just let it stack up and binge it at the end of the season. So let me know what you guys are feeling. But hey, why does nobody remember me in this world? Because it's not his world. That's exactly what happened. So, all right. Appreciate you guys being here. Leave me a like and subscribe, of course, as always. And I will see you guys for episode 2 of Why Does Nobody Remember Me in This World? And we'll see we'll see what happens with our half angel, half devil baddie. All right. Peace out.